The brand new video, and today we got a new card coming out of the 20th anniversary pack. This card is called Duelatainment, I think. It's a field spell card, and it has 5 different conditions in order for you to get one of the effects. So the only effect on here. So if this card in the fields is in the field spell zone, don't know where else it would be. Each time one of these conditions is fulfilled in one turn by a player, that player draws 2 cards for each, and you can only use once per turn for each. So, for example, since there's 5 conditions, you can only if you somehow manage to activate all 5 conditions, you can only do each condition once. So you'll only be able to draw up to 10 cards, which is pretty good, right? It's pretty good if the conditions were somewhat feasible. The first condition actually is somewhat feasible. Special summon 5 monsters with different levels at the same time. Obviously, this is very good in pendulum summoning. So so you play it, let's say, I don't know, in, I guess, Metaphos somehow, or Perform Agent Pals. You summon a 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then, or a 7, or it doesn't even have to be that. It doesn't have to be in conjuncture or cordial. You just summon 5 monsters with different levels at the same time. That's not necessary. I don't think that's impossibly hard to do, but it is impractical to do. So, I don't think that you're going to be able to be able to. I mean, you could effectively pull this off. You can pull this off, but I don't think you'll be too effective at it. The second condition is a monster they control battled 5 times. Now, the only card, I think, I could be very wrong because I don't know the card pool, is the only card that has been able to successfully and repeatedly be able to attack more than 5 times is Cyber Dragon Chimera Tech Overdragon and Benkei, Armed Samurai Benkei. For those of you who don't know what Benkei or Armed Samurai Benkei does, is each time that is equipped with an equip spell, it gains an additional attack on top of the one that it gets. So if it doesn't have any, it only gets to 1, but if it has like an equip spell, it gets 2. So you can attack up to 6 times with Benkei. Cyber Tech Chimera Tech Overlord Dragon basically allows you to do the same thing, but you have to blow up your entire board for it. So you'll have to play Duelatainment after you summon Chimera Tech Overload Dragon, because you're just going to completely destroy your field spell, and that wouldn't be very good. The third effect is they activate a card effect that is in Chain Link 5 or higher. So Chain Links typically don't go past 3 or 4. So if you manage to get that 5th Chain Link, I mean, more of the power to you, but I don't think it's going to be that feasible. The dice, they rolled a dice and or flipped a coin 5 times. So, add a little bit of the powder to the gambling decks. I'm pretty sure there are some decks they can do it more than twice. I believe both flipping a coin and rolling a dice have specific cards that allow you to redo the flip. I'm not sure if that counts. It probably does. So that would be 2 at the very least. But you probably won't be building your deck entirely around that just to draw 2 cards. I don't think it's that practical in that deck. And that deck isn't practical to begin with, because it's a Luxac deck, obviously. And the 5th and final effect is taking damage so that their life points become 500 or less. So, I guess the easiest deck to pull this off is in Arrow Mages. Now, keep in mind, you don't want to play this in Arrow Mages because 1, Aroma Garden is already good enough, and 2, you don't want your life points to be that low. Your effects, you get effects off your Arrow Mages. You get your effects based off those cards, based on your life points being higher than your opponent, and sometimes being lower than your opponent does help. I believe Tried Winds lets you be lower and lets you do things. You pay a certain amount of life points, and if your life points are still higher or something, you just do a bunch of you destroy something. I played Arrow Mages, but I don't quite remember the card effect off the top of my head. But all of these effects are kind of impractical, except maybe like the first one, and maybe the third one. And that's giving a bit of a benefit of the doubt. I don't think this card will see much. I don't think this card will see any play outside of casual, deck constructed fun play. But this card will also never see play in a competitive scene unless there's a way to break this card, which there might actually be a way to break this card. Who knows? Someone might be that ingenious to break this card. So anyway, guys, tell me what you guys think about this card in the comment section down below. I will see you in the next video. This has been Team MFOS, and I'll be signing out.